Good day, everyone. I was really pondering this weekend whether I should make this video, and I decided that it's probably important to make this known to the people on this channel. And because of many tensions that's happening not only in South Africa but around the world, and with regards to South Africa, especially the Trump administration stance on South Africa, and many things that have happened here throughout the past 30 years, the political tensions, etc. Many people are at breaking point, and I experienced the wrath of that this past weekend when I did a move to our place in the Northern Cape, where after my son and I, who traveled alone, had unpacked our trailer, we were tired. We wanted to go to the garage to get something to drink, hoping that the shop would still be open. And my son said, "We can't leave because there's a car parked in front of our gate at the exit." Now, we have a typical 5 meter long farm gate at the entrance to our property. And so I said, "Well, let's just drive out. They have to move." And we drove to the front gate. He opened the gate. I pulled out, and then the car had its doors open and they had music blaring, which I find interesting. Now, this isn't uncommon for people to do things like that, especially on that corner of the town, or generally in places where people like to just get together and do something, or chat, or whatever the case may be. But in this case, the person whose car it was obviously confrontational, because I hooted for him to move. I didn't feel like speaking to the person. I stayed in the car, and he came and closed the doors on the one side of the car, went to get into the car. So I thought, okay, he's going to move the car now. Sat there for a while, then got out and started shouting and screaming at myself, telling me that all white people should be shot, that we don't belong here, that we all need to leave the country. And I didn't hear this, but my son heard someone else standing there saying, "Viva ANC, Viva the Revolution." The sentiment was against us moving into the town, and they wanted us gone. So it was clear that this act of them standing in front of our driveway was confrontational, deliberately, in trying to dissuade us from coming there. And things like that just makes me more resolute. But there's a problem. He actually came to the car, and I didn't have time to turn up my window, but slapped me on the right side of my face extremely hard. So I can still feel pain now, and this happened on Saturday afternoon. On the right side of my face, where I have Bell's palsy, so I mean the nerve is extremely sensitive on that side of my face. But that wasn't the problem. It's the fact that he was willing to do that after I told him I'm going to call the police, which I had done in the past with similar incidents of people making a racket. And that's when he just went off. And he said he doesn't care about the police. He's not afraid of them. They can't do anything to him. And Joshua managed to get into the car. We drove off to the police station immediately to go and tell them what happened. And they said, "Do you want to make a case?" And I said, "The car is still standing there. Why didn't you go and arrest the man? He just physically assaulted me." And they said, "Oh, we'll have to wait for Monday for the investigators to do an investigation. Do you want to make a case?" And then later, the most senior lady went with a van that came around to the car, stood there waiting. So they were not afraid of the police at all. And then they left, apparently. Now, I believe this lady went and warned the guy. She came back and said she gave him a warning. But I think she warned him that I was going to lay a case. So she was looking after his interest. And the lady that stayed behind, the police officer, was very kind. She's obviously from the community, and explained that the person has had a troubling past and that he's had violent incidents. Now, I don't care about that. I care about the fact that there are people that want to hurt someone just for their color. And this has happened in the past in this country's history, which is just terrible, because We should not see color. We should see people for who they are, their names, their behaviors, and treat them accordingly on merit. It's simple. There should be no color thing in the country whatsoever. I'm completely against that. But I did lay a case, and the police sent me an SMS so that I have a case number, and I'll work with them to bring justice to this person. And I'm not going to be thrown out of a community because of the action of one or two or three people. Many years ago, when I went there to plots that I owned there, people from the local salt works arrived there in a double cab bakkie and threatened me back then. So there are gangs or people with gang mentality. I don't know if they're all linked to the African National Congress. They do this type of thing around the country, and I think many people experience this. Don't let this put you off. But this is why many people want to leave the country and take up Trump's offer and go to America. It's not going to be better there, people. Our best chances are still here. So thanks for those people that do support us on this channel. We will keep you updated on everything that happens. But at the moment, things are on a knife's edge. And there might be incidents like this happening around the country. And I've said that in the past it will happen. So don't think that we're immune to this. We're not going to tell you everything that happens to us. A lot happens to us as a family. And we take action accordingly. Thanks so much for watching. Till the next video.